Oh, hey there. Hey, how's it going? Oh, didn't see you there. Oh, this? Don't worry about this. You'll find out in just a second. But first, welcome back, YouTube. And if you're new, welcome to the Lazy-AssedSamurai YouTube channel, where at this point, all I can really say this channel is me just happily sharing my fandoms and things that I like with you all. So, we're just here for the vibes, which I like to categorize as bubbly, just in case, just in general, just me. I'm a bubbly kind of person. Okay, so I have a question for you before we get started in today's video. You're probably wondering, what is he talking about? Well, if you didn't read the title of the video, I just realized. Do you like music? I'm just gonna give you a second. Do you like music? Like, can you tell me, or even just talk to your screen, like Dora style? Like, do you like music? And if so, what's your favorite genre? Okay, for those of you who actually wanted to say something, that's awesome. Of course you like music. Even for those who didn't say anything, of course you like music. Who doesn't like music? Like, saying you don't like music is like saying you don't like breathing oxygen or waking up in the morning. Okay, well, not waking up in the morning, but just like living in that sense. Okay. But with that, I would like to segue, okay, because everyone loves music, right? I do too. I have quite the prolific palette, if you will. And with that, I'd like to segue into a new area of this channel that I would like to call the Lazy Ass Music Corner. Yes, I would like to welcome you to the Lazy Ass Music Corner because it's just, I feel like this channel needs a little more variety. Okay, so without further ado, I'd like to start off this first video on this music-centered part of the channel with a bit of a story, and I'd like to share something very important with you. So here we are, a couple years ago. We were getting ready to go to Vegas. My mother, and her husband, and we were getting ready to go to Vegas for the weekend. It was a lot more frequent back then than it is now, given the pandemic stuff. Speaking of, how's everyone doing? Is everyone doing okay? I would hope so. I hope that everyone's staying safe and well, and with the vaccine coming out, there's maybe we can get right back to where things used to be. Okay. Anyway, so we were getting ready to go to Vegas. At this point in time, my grandmother, she lives in Germany, she sent me a Christmas card that had $100 in it. And she told me specifically in the card, I do not want you saving this money. I know you, and I want you to spend it. I want you to enjoy yourself and spend it. Now, the funny thing is, at this time, you see, being under the age of not only 21, but also 18, you're at that age when going to Vegas, when the most exciting part about going to Vegas is sleeping in a bed that isn't yours, and then being able to leave for the day, maybe get something to eat, sightsee, and when you get back, the bed is made and you don't have to touch a thing. That is heaven to me, because I am a compulsive bed maker. It's something I have to do literally every time I touch my bed. So you can imagine, $100 in Vegas could go pretty far, but for someone who's like, I think I was 16, maybe 17 at this time, I don't really know what I was going to do with it. I could easily go spend it on a video game or some movies or something like that to entertain myself. But I wanted it to be something special. Like, if I'm not allowed to save this $100, but I'm supposed to spend it, I want to spend it on something I would enjoy. So, we were at a Walmart out there, and I was looking around, searching around, still wondering. I have this $100 burning a hole in my pocket, and that's when I came across this record player. Now, mind you, I've never heard a vinyl record in my life up until this point. But this was like a 7-in-1 sort of media center. It's a stationary. Actually, it's right here. Let me just show you real quick. Okay, so I realized that I can't really flip my camera's orientation when doing the video, but this is it. This is a CD player, FM radio, Bluetooth speaker, cassette player, and most importantly, a record player. And funny enough, I've placed a picture of my grandmother, my sweet grandmother, right next to it. This is what I spent my $100 on, and I, to this day, do not regret it for the life of me. So yes, that is what I spent my $100 on. And since that day, I would like to say it was probably the best $100 I've ever spent. And why is that? Because it set me down a path, okay? A path of addiction, a path of musical just enlightenment, really. Because you can ask anyone, If there are two ways to listen to music that will never, ever hit more differently, I could word that differently. But if there's ever two ways to listen to music that just hits in a whole different way, it's when you hear it live or when you hear it on a vinyl record. And I stand by that. Spotify, Pandora, YouTube Music, Apple Music, doesn't matter what streaming service you use, or CD even, there is nothing that hits just as good as hearing music on vinyl, especially music that you personally like. Because you see, at this time when I got the record player, this was as they were kind of coming back up in popularity, so there weren't really a lot of records in that Walmart. Just as it's easy to go find records at your local Walmart. So you can imagine, I'm just kind of, let me be honest with you. I was in the hotel room just playing with this thing, realizing I could only utilize maybe 2 or 3 of the built-in functions. No, 2. Because I didn't have any CDs, I didn't have cassette player tapes, I didn't even know where to find those. And same with the vinyl records, because they just didn't have any. So I'm sitting here, I blew my whole $100 on this record player, and I'm just sitting on the floor of the hotel room with it plugged into the wall, just marveling at its craftsmanship. This wooden box that had so many ways to listen to music, but I was only limited to 2, which was the radio and the Bluetooth. So you can imagine I'm just kind of sitting here just marveling at it, but not really being able to actually experience it. So that's when my mom went and picked up 2 vinyl records for me at what I would like to say is my favorite vinyl shop. There's 2 locations out in Vegas. It's called Zia Records. I used to call it Z's Records, but it is so, it's marvelous, really. It's a bookstore. It's a record shop. You can get CDs, comic books, video games, collectibles. It's like a candy store for me. So she went and picked up these 2 records. So these are the very first 2 records I've ever owned. We have, to my left, Parliament's Greatest Hits, P-Funk, Uncut Funk, The Bomb. I wouldn't know how to actually pronounce that, but that is exactly what it says on the cover. And it just has a lot of funk hits that I did not know prior to this. I want to say there's like little under 10 songs on this. And then she also got me The Hills Remixes by The Weeknd. Mind you, it's a double-sided LP without the actual original song in it, but it does have the 2 remixes, one from Eminem and the other from Nicki Minaj, which I didn't even know existed until that point. So this was the one I had on repeat because I thought it was a bop. Still to this day is a bop. So it's just 2 songs on this one. And from that day onwards, there was no turning back. Okay? Being able to put this huge disc into a wooden box, putting a needle so delicately on its edge and just letting it spin, having that produced sound was the most mind-boggling, still is to this day, the most mind-boggling experience I could have with music. And that super long backstory, that unnecessarily long intro, about 8 minutes into this video, is where I'm trying to get to. Today, I would like to share my entire, let me just show you real quick. Oh my Jesus. My entire record collection with you. I would like to count it at like 20, maybe a little more at this point, and I would just love to share it with all of you. So that's what we're going to do today. As the first video on the Lazy Ass Music Corner. Oh, and what I brought in, this is the portable. See, that's the thing. I have 3 record players. I have the stationary one, and I have 2 portable suitcase ones. Why do I have 2? Because this one came with the crate. I really only spent $50 for the crate, but then I realized, oh, I have one in this cool Woodstock limited edition style, but I don't have a clean black one. So, you know, it's just nice to have the options, because when the pandemic's over, I might want to be that weird guy who has like 4 or 5 records in his trunk coupled with a portable record player if you just want to vibe. So, you know, catch me after the pandemic, you know, we can just jam, just plug it up somewhere and just let it roll. Okay, so I'm going to be presenting these sort of in the order in which I remember getting them. It does get a little muddled up until a certain point, and I might have a little tidbit if I remember when I got them. So this was the next one my mom got me. This is Queen, A Night at the Odeon. It is live. It is them performing live at the Odeon, if you haven't guessed it. And yeah, I only knew about 3 Queen songs before this, but when I put this on, when I tell you me and my mom turned up, like we would be cleaning on Saturday mornings. bumping Queen just super loud on that record player I had, and it was great. It was awesome. Oh, and by the way, my grandma loved to hear that I was getting into records because that's something she loved as when she was young as well. So, you know, and as you know, they've rose in popularity. You can go to just any Walmart and they will have a decent selection. So, next, this was my first record that I purchased. My mom wasn't too sure of it. This is Kevin Gates, Isla. Don't want to mispronounce it, but this album was on repeat. I think because I got it for free on Google Play, and it was actually a bop. And then when I realized that vinyl records weren't just like one special genre, style, or decade. It was more or less like an ever-encompassing sort of deal, right? Like you could find at this point you can find almost anything you like on vinyl, and that's the beauty of it. This is another one I got, Superfly. It's a movie that I like. I saw the original and then I saw the remake, and I liked the music in it. So I saw it on vinyl and I was like, holy cow, that's pretty dope. Let me do these two at a time because there's a lot more in here. Oh, these next two hold a pretty special place in my heart. Because if there's anyone that I would love to meet, it's Frank Sinatra. This man's music is a whole vibe. I have this album on CD in my car on repeat just because this is just, it's just what it is. It's just popping. So we got Frank Sinatra. This is his Ultimate Sinatra, and it's got a lot of great hits. I'll tell you what, My Way and let me see. I want to say My Way, and there's another one that actually isn't on here. But there are some bops that I will sing in the car like I am Sinatra himself. And then we have, I had to cop the Into the Spider-Verse, my favorite movie of all time. Had to cop it. It is so good. But gushing about that's for another video. We're in the music corner, okay? If we're not talking about music, we're not here right now. Oh wow, this one's a tight fit. Oh, and I'll tell you what. I think my very first favorite artist had to have been G-Eazy himself. Mind you, I didn't buy all these. Some of them were gifts. Some of them I bought, some of them I sought out after. But I'll tell you what, G-Eazy, I was rocking with him heavy. I still do somewhat to this day. I don't really listen to his music like I used to, but we have these things. Like, I have his trilogy of albums here. I have These Things Happen, okay? I've got When It's Dark out, and then I've got Beautiful and Damn. And the cool thing about this one, I actually went to see him live a couple of years back, like 2 years ago yesterday, at the time of me making this video. 2 years ago yesterday, I saw him live performing music from this project and others with my best friend and my brother, Abraham. Shout out to Abraham. And it was live. It's probably one of the two concerts I've been to in my life, and it was amazing. The other one was a Blueface concert, and I got my car broken into. Yeah, the whole window was shattered, but that's for another time. I gotta respect the King of Wakanda. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, but Kendrick Lamar came in and just completely dominated this soundtrack with all the features on here. We're talking... We got Kendrick, SZA, Schoolboy Q, 2 Chainz, Vince Staples, Georgia Smith, Khalid, Sway Lee, S.O.B., Anderson .Paak, just... Alright. Then with this point onwards, that's when my taste in music kind of shifted towards a lot more of stuff like, for example, we have Kanye's I Hate Being Bipolar, It's Awesome, and Kids See Ghosts with Kid Cudi and Kanye West. These are bops. I don't listen to this one as often as I'd like to, but the fact that I found both of these at Urban Outfitters for like, I want to say $10, I was like, oh, those are the cheapest vinyls I've ever seen. So I had to get them. I had to grab them, and yeah, no, I love them both. I should listen to them more often, but I don't. Oh, and then we're getting into the unopened, a few unopened ones that I have. We have Rest in Peace X, but I do like the music of XXX, Tentacion. I listened to it a good amount in high school when I was going through things. So I have his Question Mark album, Triple X, and then I also have Skins. I want to get all of them, but these are the only two that I happen to find as of recent, and I haven't opened them. Not because I don't want to listen to them. One of these days, I feel like I am going to open them and just vibe, but as it stands, I just kind of want to leave them untouched and sealed up. I know. Then we have Damn by Kendrick Lamar. My mom hunted this one down at Walmart. Someone had it, and then I think they second guessed it, put it back, and she grabbed it immediately. And I think they went back, and it wasn't there, and it was tragic. And then we have Taboo by Denzel Curry, because I love Denzel Curry. I love Taboo. I used to rap this album so many times when it first came out. And then we have Damn. And that's the funny thing. I got this from Walmart, just like I got the CD from Walmart. And I don't know if it changed, but at the time, Walmart wasn't selling explicit content, like explicit CD. Like, they would sell CDs with explicit content in it, like music like that. But I don't know what was going on. And I don't know if it's still going on, but it was censored, like it was edited. So I have Damn on CD in my car, but I never play it because it's literally censored. Like, all my favorite tracks, as I'm trying to go hard, literally censored. And not in a classy way, not in a way that's kind of like, oh, I wouldn't have even known that the original song had the curse words in it. No, we're talking like his voice cuts out every time he says anything, and it's tragic. Oh, whew. Now we are going to get into my favorite, probably my number one GOAT. That's another video I'm going to put on this channel. Is going to be a top 5 GOATed artist list, at least as it stands, but probably since middle school. Childish Gambino. Donald Glover is a visionary, and that is another very important topic I want to bring to this channel. This man is a visionary, and I've been rocking with his music since middle school. Childish Gambino has to be my favorite, most goated artist of all time. So you already know. Oh my goodness, how disrespectful. You already know I had to cop Camp. I had to cop Because of the Internet. And I had to get the special edition of Awaken My Love. Like, this is a box. Like, this is not just the record. It comes with, like, a whole bunch of goodies. Like, a virtual concert experience, basically. Like, there's this little VR headset sort of deal. You could put your phone in, and there's a code you could put in, and it's like when he performed at Joshua Tree, I believe, and it is so cool. And it's like a whole virtual experience. This man, how is he so good at what he does? This man is not just an artist. He's not just a rapper from Stone Mountain. He's a writer, director, actor, producer. We're talking the man who brought us This Is America and just made waves and has not stopped since. This is a man who signed an 8-figure deal with Amazon. That's 8 figures. I had to Google that because I couldn't really count how much that. It's like millions of dollars. An 8-figure deal with Amazon because they want his work. He's going to literally do a reboot of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. This man has a short film, Guava Island, with Rihanna, and it is so good. This man, one of my favorite TV shows of all time, Community, and Atlanta. Oh my goodness, sorry. I could gush about Donald Glover, Childish Gambino all day, but I had to cop the albums. Or, yeah, his albums on vinyl. I just need his newest one, the one he released, I think, 2 years ago. The really good one. Don't really know the title by heart, so I guess that kind of makes me a fake fan. But no, Camp Bob. Because the Internet actually has a screenplay for the short film that accompanies this, and I've read it. And then, again, Awaken My Love. Oh, and the cover glows in the dark. And I would display that, but I don't even think it glows anymore because I got it a while ago. My God. So I want to say we're maybe at the halfway point. I just wanted to plug these two. I didn't really get these. I got these before I got my record player. Mafia 3, the video game, is good. But see, funny story is, I found it on Amazon, the limited edition of the game, on Amazon for like $50. So it came with like cup holders, dog tags, all these goodies, including the deluxe edition of the game, which I haven't finished. And it came with these records of the game soundtrack. You have the official soundtrack of New Bordeaux, so you've got like all these songs that are like accurate to the time period, and then you actually have like the game's score. they're unopened, and I just add them to my collection because I would say they still count, even though I don't listen to them. You know? And then, let me just... What's next? Oh, my goodness. So, another goated artist, rest in peace. When I found out he passed, I was so emotional. Because if there's any artist who's helped me get through, like, the worst of times, it's Juice WRLD. And I am in love with him. Like, I stan Juice WRLD so hard. And I wanted to go see him live before his passing. I don't have Goodbye and Good Riddance yet, but I'm looking for it. I have these bops right here. Death Race for Love. And then I have Legends Never Die. Yeah, sure enough, Zia Records. I actually, fun fact, I have 2 copies of this because when it first dropped after he passed for Legends Never Die, I pre-ordered it on his website because the merch site came up. But I forgot that I pre-ordered it. So the point when I was at Zia Records in Vegas months later, I saw it and I bought it. And then literally a week after I got back from Vegas, another copy came in the mail. So I have one unopened copy and then another copy I plan on opening. And this one I got at Urban Outfitters. And what's really cool about this is that it's a limited edition orange vinyl. Like the record itself, it's orange. And I just think that's like the dopest thing. That's another thing I forgot to mention. Black Panther, I got that one at Target, and that one's a red vinyl. So the fact that these vinyls are come in different colors too, I feel like is just really, really, really dope. So I see this video is getting pretty long, so I'm kind of going to do a lightning round through the rest of the records. Then we have another goated artist, like one of my favorites, because his evolution through music is like so... It's like so interesting. Because if you listen to like Wolf and Goblin, that's a whole different vibe than you'll get from Flower Boy and Igor. I love Igor. Flower Boy is a bop too. But Tyler, the Creator, is a visionary. He is great. Like, we're talking the same dude from Loiter Squad messing around on that show, coming out and putting out these, like this type. Like, if you haven't heard of Tyler, the Creator, I would like to just go and listen to maybe a song or two off of Goblin or Wolf. And then I want you to stop and put on, not Who Dat Boy, because that's more of a vibe. Put on Glitter, probably from Flower Boy, and then maybe Are We Still Friends from Igor, or maybe even That Boy Is a Gun. Let me see. Gun. I Don't Love You Anymore. We Still... Puppet. I love Puppet. Running Out of Time. Just any... Earthquake, even. Any song from this. And you will honestly question if the same guy made all of those songs that you just listened to. So good. The most painful part about this is the record's scratched. Like, there's a scratch on this one. See, that's another thing. Vinyl records are such a delicate thing that even the slightest scratch could ruin the entire... Like, it'll skip as you're playing it. And sadly, that's what happened to Igor. But I am working to get a replacement. So, another great one. Oh, and then we have another artist who I don't listen to as much anymore. But when he came out with his 4th album, his 4th project, I had to go and just cop as soon as I found out that they were available. Chance the Rapper. Okay, this man did it on his own without a label. This man got his Grammy, or even a couple Grammys. And it is just so dope. Because I remember listening to 10 Day in middle school. Like, I listened to 10 Day. I listened to Acid Rap. And that's the thing. As soon as he came out with The Big Day, an album completely, like, inspired by him getting married to his longtime partner, the merch site dropped, and all 4 of these, limited edition. That's why they're kind of unopened, but again, just like with my other vinyls, I'm pretty sure I'm going to open them at some point. I wish I could show you, but they're colored. Like, I want to... Actually, on Twitter. Once I open these, I'm going to go on my Twitter, and I'm going to go ahead and post pictures of all the vinyls in this collection that are, like, different colors, or they look different, or they're just special. So, each of these look different on the inside, and to reflect the actual album, or, like, cover art. So, we have 10 Day. I want to say Long Time makes me cry to this day listening to it. I just don't know why. That's just the way my emotions work. Acid Rap, you gotta love Pusha Man. Good ass intro. But I'll tell you what, favorite song featuring Childish Gambino? Boy. Ooh. Ooh. And then we have Coloring Book, which I thought was pretty cool. I like the more soulful feel to it. Other than hearing, let me see, No Problem with Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz, literally everywhere on the radio when it came out, I want to say I like all the songs of this track. Even Juke Jam. But I want to say that Smoke Break featuring Future is probably my favorite track. And yeah, and then we have, of course, The Big Day. People did not really like this project. Like, I recall seeing YouTube videos done on this, and people are not very happy with it. I thought it was admirable and really nice that he kind of dedicates this to his wife. And I'm a bit of a simp. I love romantic stuff, so the fact that a lot of these, and it kind of tells a story as it goes through, I really like it. I love Hot Shower, though. That is a bop, as well as Handsome. But my favorite might have to be either Rue, I Got You, or Slide Around, because the vibes are just immaculate. But this is good. Chance the Rapper, goated. And then we're winding down here. Oh my god, it's stuck in the crate. It's stuck in the crate. It's I gotta take them all out. It's stuck in the crate. I'm so sorry. This is awkward. So how y'all doing? Oh, there we go. I already asked that. Scratch that. I'm just joking. I don't care. I'm just kidding. I do care. I hope you all genuinely are doing well and that everything is looking up for you. So we're coming down to like the final couple projects and vinyls. Like I said, this is the copy that came in the mail for Legends Never Die. So that's here. And as we're coming down, there's one more artist that I wanted to talk about, whose record, these are probably the latest records that I've acquired for my collection, as I don't really go out hunting anymore because it's very expensive. So we have Kid Cudi, we got Man on the Moon, and Man on the Moon 2. Man, Mr. Rager, Story to My Life, right? Story of My Life? Soundtrack to My Life. I'm so sorry. Up and Away, Pursuit of Happiness, and then of course Day and Night. All bops that I still listen to this day. And then like I said, just went and scratched my chin. And then Man on the Moon 2. I know Man on the Moon 3 just came out recently, and I know that the vinyl is up on his site. It's in my cart. I might have to do it. Because then I would complete the trilogy of Mr. Cudi himself. Scott Miss Cudi. I would have to do it. But the coolest thing about this, similar to how I have doubles of Legends Never Die, you know what's funny? There's this copy of Man on the Moon, and then there's this copy. This is an exclusive, Walmart exclusive, crystal clear version of this. But you know what's funny? Both of these are from Walmart. I got this when I first saw it, and then this was a gift to me for Valentine's Day. Why? What's going on, Walmart? Like, you just know that I'm trying to throw money at you? It's not bad enough that I see that you have 2 out of the 4 Run the Jewels freaking albums up there, but you want to run my pockets? Because you know I will want not only just a regular version, but a crystal clear vinyl of this. Anyways. So those are the 3 latest, but just yesterday, just in time for this video, just like my fresh cut is just in time for this video, I got a little something special in the mail that I don't even remember ordering, to be honest with you. I just got like a bunch of emails that I didn't check. Completely unrelated to actual like music, but these are the last 2 vinyls, last 2 records. The video's over after this. I just recently acquired 2 video game scores on vinyl, and they are limited edition. And it's so beautiful. It's so glorious. I have with me the Mondo exclusive. I kept the little paper slits because I couldn't help it. Versions of soundtracks. So we have Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man on the PS4. Your boy just finished his first playthrough of the remaster on PS5. Don't worry. I plan on doing a New Game Plus run, and that's when I'm going to record it for the channel because I still don't have the logistics of capturing gameplay on my PS5 yet. But we have the original game soundtrack right here. You feel me? And then because this actually was released before, but it sold out in minutes. But when Twitter, I caught wind of this on Twitter. I was there. Oops. I dropped the sleeve for the other one. I guess you kind of guessed what the other one is. Yes, I had to go get the Miles Morales too. You know me. You know me by now. I couldn't help it. When this one came back out, this one re-released. So I had to get the pair because why not? It's just like why I got the Ultimate Edition of Miles Morales just to have the remaster of Spider-Man PS4 in it. And when I tell you, boy, let me show you real quick. I'm sorry. I'm just so happy and excited about these two records in particular. First of all, for those of you who don't know, Mr. Negative is one of the most prominent and most important villains in that game. And then let me show you just real quick. Oh my goodness. There we go. I'm sorry. I know this video is already almost 30 minutes long, and if you're still here, thank you for sticking around. I appreciate you. I need to work on not making these videos so long, but check this out. Ooh! Ooh! Like, Oh, and I'll tell you what, if you thought that today was going to be a single upload day, you're wrong. Because there's going to be a double upload today. That's absolutely right. You better be expecting it. Actually, after this video, go check out the latest video. Because today's just going to be a double upload kind of day. And then we got the demons on this other one. I'm sorry. But tell me why they managed to capture Mr. Negative and the demons on a vinyl record. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Like, I'm so sorry, y'all, but it is so dope. And if you thought this was crazy, let me put you on to... I almost dropped the other one. If I drop that vinyl, y'all gonna have to cancel me. If you thought it stopped there, bro, let me show you real quick. Like, oh my God, Miles, look at that. Look at that. It's got that spray paint effect. We talking that Miles Morales, that Harlem hero, Brooklyn. Never been to New York, but I swear to God I'm gonna go one day when the pandemic stops being a pandemic. I forgot to open this up. Look at this. Look at the fire. It's over there, but I also got the art book from the video game too. If you can't tell that I'm a bit of a Miles Morales stan, then you just barely touched the tip of the iceberg. And then the underground, and I'm not finna well, I don't know. If you're familiar with the comics, you already know what these colors represent. You already know that this character is in the game, but I'm not gonna go any further than that because I feel like I'd be messing it up for some people, you know? But anyways, this video is getting quite long-winded, and I've got to go take my cat to the groomers. Speaking of, he's at the door. Y'all want to meet my cat? Shoot, might as well since we already took like nearly half an hour. All right, this is Simba. This is our little fluffy boy. Yes, the bane of my existence. He's going to get his fur cut off today, isn't that right? Anyways, please don't mess up my records. Anyways, with that being said, thank you so much for sticking around. I know this is the longest video I put out, and I didn't expect it to be this long, but I didn't realize I have this many vinyl records. But yeah, so that's it for today on the Lazy-AssedSamurai YouTube channel, or in the Lazy-Ass Music Corner. Thank you for joining me today. I feel really happy that I'm able to share this with you all, everyone watching, everyone who's going to watch. My cat's about to get in the record crate. Yeah, so expect another video. By the time you're watching this, the other video should already be out. And this one's going to be short, I promise. I promise this double upload is going to be a short one. Because this one just came to me like 2 days ago. Because they just announced, the title for the new Spider-Man movie. But anyways, with that being said, thanks for coming by. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe, stay well, and most importantly, everybody, stay lazy. Okay? Okay, good. Okay.